Well, here we are, the last week of the regular season, and tell me if this sounds familiar. You've got the Bears facing the Packers, the Bears playing for draft position, the Packers playing for playoff seeding. Sound familiar? Well, Bears fans, gladly, happily, mercifully, there's only one more game to go. One more game. And then you don't have to worry about this organization disappointing you in the regular season for another 8+ months. Got one more game to go. And then 8 months where you don't have to worry about it. Be thankful for that. Yeah, it's been that bad. A season that, on the surface started with some type of, it seemed like, reason for excitement and possibility. Team that was 4-2 coming off of their victory over the Jags in Europe. They've lost 10 in a row. 10 in a row. The fact that Ryan Poles, the general manager who has built this shit team, still has a job just astounds me. The fact that he's even going to be possibly involved with the next head coaching hiring process astounds me. The fact that that would likely mean that he would have to get a contract extension just floors me. The Bears are fucking 4-12. Oh, it's a rebuild. He tore it down to the studs. Good general managers wouldn't take 3 fucking years to be 4-12. If you want positives, they're few and far between this season, but one of them is Caleb Williams is poised to make the start on Sunday, which will mean for the first time since Jay Cutler in 2009, a Chicago Bears starting quarterback will play and start in every game of a season. That's how bad it's been. Arguably the most important ability for an NFL starting quarterback is availability. And with everything else you can talk about with Caleb's game, the low interception rate, but the piss poor downfield accuracy, holding onto the ball too fucking long, but getting killed a lot of times because the offensive line fucking sucks. You know what? At least he's been able to take the pounding, take the abuse, and answer the bell every week. That is something to be positive about. But what should be that as like one item of a large laundry list you would hope of, this is why Caleb Williams has shown he's going to be the guy. This is why the Bears' future looks so bright. It's like the best thing, arguably. Because if you want to throw in there like, hey, before Caleb Williams threw a pick last week, like he had set a rookie record for most consecutive passes on interceptions, That's both good and bad. It's good in the sense he wasn't throwing interceptions, but it's bad because plenty of times his throws down the field were so off the fucking mark that a defender couldn't even intercept it even if they wanted to. And a lot of other times it was a representation of a conservative-ass play calling situation where it was pounded into Caleb's head, that defense-first mindset of don't turn over the ball, which is so dumb. When you have a rookie quarterback, you have to expect they're going to make mistakes. In fact, you want them to make some mistakes because sometimes tough love is how you learn. And we learn better from our mistakes than our successes. And you coach that out of a young quarterback and you try to hide that and mask that and minimize that, you're only setting yourself up for long-term failure. Oh, well, what do you know? We're talking about the Chicago Bears and the quarterback position. All they fucking know is long-term failure. But speaking of an organization that doesn't know about long-term failure at the quarterback position, let's talk about the Green Bay Packers. They come into this matchup on Sunday 11-5, third in the NFC North. That's got to be kind of a bummer for them, where they would sit there and say, we're 11-5, we beat the Bears on Sunday, we're 12-5, and we would, with that record, win the NFC South very comfortably and also win the NFC West. But the way things currently are shaking out, the Packers at 11-5 are 7th in the NFC playoff picture. They're in, they've clinched their berth, but they're only the 7th seed. And they need to win this game and have the Commanders lose, I believe, to move up to the 6th seed. And that's nuts. You know, a lot of Bears fans have been talking about, I've seen this year off and on, about Jordan Love and the Packers gave him this big contract and he's mid and da 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 da. And yeah, on the one hand, you pay a quarterback that much, he better really, really perform. And Jordan Love's had a bit of an up and down year. But why are Bears fans talking shit about Jordan Love? Why? Has nothing to do with the Bears, and furthermore, the Bears have no position to fucking stand on. So why are you fucking even talking about it? Why are you even worried about it? Oh, it's fun to troll them. No, you know what's fun? Is watching a team that's competitive, watching a team that wins games, watching a team that can contend for championships. Shit talking another team's fan base of a team that is vastly superior to yours and an organization that is vastly superior to yours and has proven it for decades now is not my idea of a good fucking time. Now, of course, you're talking about a dumbass fan base that loves their Bears football. So what the fuck else would they know? That's all they do is stupid, right? Looking at the betting odds for this one, no surprise. The Packers are 10-point favorites. The over-under's 41. Yeah, the Packers should be 10-point plus favorites. They've still got something to play for, and they're definitely a much better team than the Bears are. When you look at the injury report for the Bears, Tevin Jenkins is out. Big surprise. We'll see him somewhere else in 2025. I can't imagine the Bears would want to bring him back, whether it's Ryan Poles or a new general manager. Why? You can't count on him. Fucking Glass Jenkins, he's always out. They'll also be without Elijah Hicks and Travis Homer. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they'll be without Jair Alexander and Quay Walker. Not that it's necessarily going to matter. When you look at this matchup, what are the keys to victory for the Bears? It's to have fewer points than the Packers. Sorry. Trying to look big picture here. You could say, yeah, you'd like to see Caleb Williams beat the Packers when the Packers are actually trying to win. And I'll grant you, it'll be hard not to get caught up in that. And it's hard to not want to see that happen. And deep, deep, deep down, I kind of would want to see it happen because it would be something positive to build off of going into 2025. Caleb beat the fucking Packers. But let's be realistic. That's not happening. Not only do the Bears need to have fewer points than the Packers, but they need victories by the Raiders, the Jets, the Panthers, the Jaguars, and the Giants. Let's see if the Bears can get all the way up to the 4th overall pick. Or at worst, a victory, if they win, then if they win, they have to hope the Saints win, so that way they kind of lock in the 9th spot, right? That's where we're at here. That's where we're at. It's about draft position at this point. I'm sorry it is. I'd love to see Caleb ball out and have a great game, but don't do too much. For the Packers, you could say, one, pretend they're playing someone other than the Bears so they don't take them too lightly. Or you could also say, hey, remember you're playing the Bears, you own them, and victory is inevitable. But the one thing the Packers have to really be cautious of, and especially Jordan Love, is don't turn the ball over. Because even bad teams like the Bears in the NFL can take advantage of opportunities presented via turnovers and make games more competitive and more scary than they need to be. You keep giving them freebies and opportunities. So the Packers, like all seriousness, they got to play this one hard and they got to protect the football. You do that, you'll be just fine. And I anticipate they will be on Sunday. There's absolutely no reason to pick the Bears here. I'll take the Packers 30-16. And mercifully again, folks, after Sunday, we won't have to talk about the Bears and regular season football for another 8 fucking months.